Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Puck Witches, a vibes-based podcast where we yap about all things hockey. Today is June 12th, 2026. I'm your host, Saint, and this is my partner in crime, Champ. Champ, how you doing?
We only have one more full week of hockey left, Saint.
And the worst part is we're not that sad about
it. No.
As always, we have a lot to talk about this episode, so let's jump right into it. Champ, we gotta talk about it.
Saint, I have a new announcement.
Uh-huh.
I love my boys in orange and blue, and I'm so proud of them. I cannot believe how well they've done. And no, I'm not talking about the Oilers. I'm talking about the New York Knicks.
Yeah, like, we are all New York. We are all New York.
I got into this team exactly 3 days ago.
So do you want to know something hysterical? Is I'm at the fucking doctor's office, not for me, but I'm just sitting in the lobby, and the nurse comes to grab my family member, looks at my Leon Draisaitl 1,000 points shirt, and goes, "Oh, is it for the Knicks?" And I was like, "No, but I guess it could be."
Leon Draisaitl.
Because that shirt is literally, it's not the normal Oilers color.
Yes.
It was like a lighter, it literally is the Knicks colors.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? It's funny that even as far away from New York City as I am, people are wearing Knicks jerseys out.
I mean, I'm not even joking. I don't care about basketball. And this is not going to turn into us going, oh, we're suddenly basketball fans. No, it's just for this one moment.
Just this once.
I watched the game time winner where they came back, and I went, that used to be my Oilers.
But I'm sorry, the one video of the person in their living room with, I don't know, their friends or their sisters or whatever, they're watching it. The Knicks win at the fucking buzzer beater. And then it pans to the street where they're on a delay watching on the screens that Mamdami had what are they called? The
viewing parties.
Screen, whatever. Yeah. Those, and it waits a solid beat, a full 1 Mississippi second. And then they all lose their minds. What a beautiful fucking moment.
It's moments like that where I'm like, oh, I do love sports. I get it now.
And you know that not everybody there is a fucking diehard Knicks fan.
Right.
But the whole point of sports is you don't have to be a diehard fan.
Right.
It's about community, and especially in those areas where those teams have been around for a long time of just... It really is so fucking cool in New York that New York was fucking struggling COVID and everything was just kind of downhill, and it was literally fucking mandate of heaven. They got Mamdami and now the Knicks are gonna win, and it's
God, beautiful. I wish that were my orange and blue team.
Yeah.
It's fine. And the funny part was I realized that they were orange and blue precisely 10 minutes before they won, and I went, oh no! Why do I keep liking orange and blue? I don't like orange! I will never escape it. Anyways, so hockey. Hockey, that's the thing that's also on. And we're also probably about to have the winner known. I mean, we only technically have the potential for 2 more games left. Canes, somehow.
It's somehow, I don't want to say that this should have been a sweep by the Canes, because we all know hockey is just unreliable in every metric. It just truly is a vibes fucking game sometimes. Yep. But just looking at how things had gone, I truly did not expect. I don't know what I expected after they just destroyed the Avs, and I was like, do they have a suck?
Yeah.
Or the Knights good? And I don't want to say that the Knights suck, but you can kind of tell that the Canes have gotten their rhythm back a little bit and gotten their confidence back and remembered, oh yeah, we run this shit.
Yeah. And of course, this could all change, in a blink of an eye.
Next month. So we're recording this Friday.
Yeah.
The Sunday next game is played Sunday night, right before this will air.
Yep. So if the Carolina wins, you will not see an update from us this week. Who knows? But it's crazy because now Vegas has to beat them twice, and Carolina hasn't lost 2 games in a row since January. So
holy shit.
Yeah. And again, anything can happen just because of how hockey is. Thinking about how that overtime winner last week for Vegas was only because it bounced off of the boards weird.
Yeah, it was such a sad own goal.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even a good, it was just like pain and suffering.
One of the things that I will note is Carter Hart. I hate his name, but Carter Hart he's made Stanley Cup history because he keeps letting in 4+ goals each game.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he's the first goaltender to let in 4+ goals each game
of the Stanley Cup Final. Yeah,
of the Stanley Cup Finals, and then it was like for what this is now the 5th game.
Yep.
So
you want to keep making history, bud? I think it'd be funny. Yeah. So I think that I don't want to credit him because he's a piece of shit, but it's not all his fault. Vegas is completely not helping. And I feel like they kind of did this to themselves last season too, where they were their own worst enemy. And makes me think that they didn't walk through, obviously, the teams to get to the Cup Final, but they had both of the teams that are playing in the Cup Final this year had an easier path than they expected.
Carolina had such an insane break, which I think hurt them in the beginning, but may have helped them in the long run.
Yeah. They're not as injured.
Yeah. So,
but here's my thing. I don't know if you saw John Tortorella's comments on Adin Hill. Their former Cup winner.
They got to get that man out of there. Yeah. Like, if I'm him, I'm requesting a trade.
Yeah.
Like,
he's got one more year.
This is one of those things where it was like, we were nice about John Tortorella because of a thing that we'll talk about later. But basically I was like, oh, there's bad coaches who are bad because they're like evil pieces of shit and like psychologically torment their players and are like just yell and scream and are bullies. And then there's coaches like Tortorella, who is supposed to go to bat for his players. Right. And it's like, yeah, he's a psycho, but he's a psycho on behalf of his players.
And I did see some comments when we did talk about this the first time.
Not true for all players, because how are you gonna like slander your cup winning goalie for a guy who just broke records for being the worst Stanley Cup Finals goalie ever?
It's ego, right? Like, it has to be.
It has to be. And like, I understand the closing ranks. I really do. Like, I understand psychologically want to close ranks under a perceived attack. But to call it the dumbest question, because what happened is a reporter asked, like, do you what do you think about
potentially put in Adin Hill?
Potentially putting in Adin Hill and swapping out Hart. And then Tortorella lost his shit and was like, "That's the stupidest fucking question," or whatever. It's not the stupidest question, my guy, like, at all. In fact, I'd say it's probably the softest question they could have asked you.
Yeah.
Because how are you justifying this? Like, how is it not even a consideration to bring in it? Like, because I don't know why there's like a perception almost that like,
he's a good goalie.
He was the reason Hart was injured for like a huge chunk of the season.
Yeah.
It's not like Hill wasn't performing well in that, like, they got to the fucking playoffs when he wasn't even able to play. So like, I don't understand why they're acting like Hill is like a dog shit.
Or why they're acting like Hart is Vasilevsky.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, dude, he's not like, this is the same problem that like our teams were having, where we were only winning because we were outscoring, not because we were defending, and not because we were like getting the saves. It was like, oh, you won 5-6. You won 5-6. Okay, but like, we still shouldn't have had 6 fucking goals.
Correct.
Like,
now, my thought is the fact that we've talked about this before is that if you're in the Stanley Cup Final and it's not necessarily going their way. And granted, Vegas won in game 1 and 3. So it's a little different. But after game 3, if you're seeing how much your goalie is struggling or your team is not, struggling still, even if you're winning, do you make a change then?
And like, in a do or die game, which next game is, it is kind of one of those things of, I feel like you've almost fucked yourself.
Yeah. It's the same thing with us with Darnell Nurse in 2024.
Yeah, of just like, in terms of like, okay, you knew he wasn't performing well. Why would you not, when it wasn't a do or die, try Hill or pull him?
Yes.
And set Hill in, because just because you pull the goalie doesn't mean that the goalie is performing well. It just sometimes means it's like your guys need to get the fuck out and like get their heads on straight. And Vegas has had some injuries, though, haven't they? I think.
Yeah, William Karlsson is now probably out. He had to be taken to the hospital last night. Braden McNabb also had to go to the hospital.
So he did have to go to the hospital? Because I saw him get like crunched, and then it was like he hasn't returned.
They took him for further evaluation. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. I think it was probably a concussion protocol. And he's not coming back. So they're down William Karlsson. Braden McNabb is back, but his nose doesn't look right. He got the new Nate McKinnon nose. And so, like, obviously there are some pretty big injuries on the team. They're fighting through more injuries than I think Carolina is. And again, I think that's the blessing that Carolina, even though they were shaky when they came back to start against the Habs, finally got themselves back together, and they had the advantage of, we had time off in the middle of playoffs. And so we got to rest and relax a little bit, heal our bodies to prepare for the moment like this where we're going to have to go against a behemoth. And with Vegas on the ropes now, do you expect to see some shenanigans in tomorrow night's game or Sunday's game?
Shenanigans?
Do they want to drag this out to Game 7 is my biggest question.
I have to imagine. So are they playing on Vegas ice or
they're going to Vegas next?
They're going to Vegas next.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're the Canes, you want to win in Vegas, so you can go out and party.
Yeah.
That's my thought is like, you want to go out and party, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but here's my thing. Are the refs going to be shit because the Golden Children are on the defense?
I think if they can pull it to Game 7, I do think the Canes still take it. And I originally was thinking that Vegas was going to take it, but if Tortorella snaps like that at a basic ass question, I think he's a little more rattled than he wants to let on. He might like recover, but like something ain't working there. And like you said, with those injuries, I don't know. This victory too was a little bit more decisive. All of the other ones have gone to OT, haven't they?
The last two, the Canes have won pretty decisively.
So, and that's kind of what I was feeling
won the first game. The Canes won in overtime with Jarvy's goal in Game 2. They went to 2 OT in Game 3, and it was a bad bounce. And then Canes won 5-3. Canes won, or 5-3. Canes won 5-2, I think was last night's score. So it's pretty up there. I don't know. Again, we've talked about it where we're like, man, I just kind of want it to be announced already because it's not our teams. This time last year, if you go and listen to the episodes from last year, we were physically ill. Like, legit, I was in so much denial. I was like, it's fine. Yeah. It's so fine.
We're gonna come back. We're good. It's fine. And then the day I was like, we're not Game 7.
Yeah, it was bad. At least we can proudly say we lost to the Panthers on home ice or on their ice twice, so Edmonton didn't have to suffer.
Yeah, truly. Like at least we have that.
Yeah. Some other shakeups around the league. Peter Lavalette is now the new Kings coach. Another big name off the board. And then we have the conversation of the week, which again, it's always my team saying, why the fuck is it like this? You guys don't have this kind of drama. It's just me.
Well, but we've been like I feel like this is the problem of hiring who they hired.
Right. Oh no, I agree. Stan Bowman, get your fucking act together. I don't think it's just Stan Bowman, but in case you somehow missed the news, the Edmonton Oilers want to hire Mike fucking Babcock. And even not knowing, before I had the, all of the dirt came out, we knew that name was bad. Like, that name bad. As relatively new hockey fans.
Like, everyone I knew, it was like, oh, no bueno. Because, because, like, from what little I had known, it was just... The only thing I knew was that he psychologically tormented Mitch Marner on the Leafs and was like a fucking nightmare. And then I knew that he basically was so toxic that Columbus hired him and then immediately fired him.
Right.
That was all I knew. And that's honestly the only thing that I think we have that's concrete.
Yeah.
Was like him looking at players' phones and then like basically bullying them. He's basically just a bully.
That's what I have generation. Like, that's that generation of coach.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that the NHL now isn't launching a full investigation before the Oilers can hire him, because they should have done the investigation in the first place, but they didn't. So because he resigned, it feels a little late, NHL, but again, that's just their, that's par for the course. As an Oilers fan, I'm telling you right now, Daryl Katz needs to go away. Jeff Jackson needs to go away. Stan Bowman needs to go away, because I'm livid. I'm legit livid. I'm so sick of those three white men causing me mental stress.
Right,
and I'm even more pissed at fucking Vegas, because just let us talk to Bruce Cassidy.
Because we could have just had Cassidy.
I did see some theories.
I don't even like him that much, but we could have just had Cassidy.
I did see some theories that and I think this is too smart for the Oilers. Get me as an Oilers fan, I think this is too smart for the Oilers. Where people were like, well, they're only, dropping rumors of hiring Mike Babcock to let the NHL force us to let Vegas talk to Bruce Cassidy. And I'm like, no, I think that they really liked Babcock's interview, because and he did say that he wants to push them, which that's the correct thing that the Oilers need. But Babcock's way of pushing people is bullying, which is not going to work for my very sensitive Edmonton Oilers.
We've been talking, we knew this from day fucking one, that the Oilers are a sensitive little bunch, which is why we liked our coach,
right?
Because he was talking to them like a kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was a calm presence.
I do want them to be pushed, because they got very complacent in the off season, or in the regular season in 2025. They did. We didn't win 3 games more than 3 times, and in a row. And they didn't celebrate. They didn't have fun. And I understand the job's not done. I get it, right? But you have to have some love of the game rather than taking everything so seriously, while also continuing to be pushed. And, oh my God, I have to say this. Oilers media, you guys got to stop using the players as a shield. Because the amount of times I saw this week, well, the top leadership group is part of the process. Don't you think that that's a problem? Connor and the Leon should not be picking their coach.
There's just a lot that I don't like about this in every way. I also just think it's kind of first of all, I understand that they're being a little pissy because they did hire a new coach. However, that coach brought you to the Stanley Cup Finals back to back. He only had 1 year. He never missed playoffs.
Yeah.
And he only had 1 year where we didn't make it to the finals. And Dry was hurt. So what are we, and they're clearly pissed, and I understand he probably lost the room, but it's just crazy to me that I just can't imagine any other competent team doing this. I agree that they needed tough love. I do agree that they needed some tough love.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me. It's just
I don't want a person in that position to destroy their locker room even more.
Because I do think the locker room is a little dicey right now, just in the fact that the team has constantly been blown up the past 2 years.
And it's about to be blown up even further. Because that transitions into our next topic of Darnell Nurse asking for a trade. And you agree, we are not saying a word. We are not speaking. We are not having the monkey paw curl, because no fucking way. No reaction. Just an acknowledgement. He was a fantastic teammate on the ice. I will be sad to see the person go. And I know that him leaving will be really hard for the team in terms of that locker room connection, because he's the second longest tenured player after Nuggie. That's a staple in your locker room. He's got the A. And I may have had my own personal problems with him on the ice, but that's only on the ice. Him off the ice in all of the oil drop stuff and all of the most of the media interviews, he's a good guy. And he he was in both Connor and Leon's wedding as their as part of their best men. So I don't know.
And it's not that we fucking hate Nurse even as a player.
No.
It's just that his contract does not match his play.
Correct.
He's not coachable in a way that I think he should be, which is why I don't think he would do well on one of his teams, because our team is very, very much about not actually, you know what? I take it back.
Oh God. Careful the monkey paw.
Listen. I do not want Darnell Nurse to go to the Penguins. I'm saying that loud and clear. However, I will say that Dan Muse, one of his biggest strengths that has been accoladed to him by the players is that he lets them play their game.
Which is awesome.
He does, which is awesome. And I kind of understand why Nurse wants to go to the Penguins.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go. He still has quite a few years left on his contract.
4. Yeah.
So he's probably, but like 4 years in hockey is dog years.
I know.
So that's because that means his next deal is probably going to be like his last big deal, unless he does shorter term contracts. Right. But just more like, I think I can see why he would want to go here if he believes that Muse would be good for him, in that he would allow him to play his game instead of trying to force him into. And honestly, he might, like, I loved Wathers and EK together. I kind of have to wonder how he'd play with Tanger.
Darnell Nurse?
Yeah. I'd kind of be interested to see.
The two players that need babysitting the most?
Yes, I know, but sometimes two opposites cancel out.
Okay. The monkey paw.
But I do say that I don't think he would be a good fit overall for the Penguins.
I agree.
I just genuinely, I think like it would be a case where we would take him to flip him. Yeah. And it would be understood that like, hey, Nurse, we can't get you they can't get a deal with you because Bowman sucks.
Mm-mm.
Kyle DeBoss is a miracle worker and he'll get you where you need to go. You know what I mean? Like, because I have to imagine that's kind of what happened with Kulak a little bit. Is like we wanted
Brett Kulak come home.
I honestly think he might go to the Kings because, as you mentioned to me, Ken Holland is right there. And
so Ken Holland was the one that signed the contract, the explosive contract. However, there was news today that he wants to go out east and he does not want to go to another Canada team. So we can cross out. Well, we can't cross it out, but he's unlikely to go to Toronto, which is on his list. My gut says it will probably be Philadelphia.
You think Philly?
I think Philly.
Do they have the space for him?
They have a lot of players that are UFA this year.
Okay, so you think that they're going to make...
I think that one of the top conversations is Owen Tippett for Darnell Nurse. And Tippett is not a bad player.
Michkov!
You guys need him. That would take you to the cup. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm like, I want the Pens to steal him so bad.
I know. Hey, fucking Rick Tocchet, you can get rid of Michkov and send him to an even worse team. Hey, you guys beat them in the playoffs. Like, you just send him over and that'll be it. And you won't have to worry about him ever again until you meet again in the playoffs. And then, suck it. I think that my preferred team would be him to San Jose because they
really want him on the Sharks. I do like that he will stand up and fight. He will fight. He will fight. And I feel like you know what? Genuinely, I feel like he might be a good force with the kids.
Right.
The Sharks team. Because
he's very protective. He would probably, I think Revo's done. I think that's what we're learning. Ryan Reeves. But I could be wrong. He might have one more year in him. But Darnell Nurse is very protective and he's not afraid to step up when he needs to. And by that, I mean, he will take the hits.
So I will agree with you on that I think, I think he would, do well on the Sharks. And I think he would be potentially a good fit for the Sharks, especially if Revo is either in his last year.
We can't have those two together.
No, I think that would be hysterical. I think one more year of Revo.
One more year of Revo, and then elbowing Nurse in the head.
We deserve. You know how we got like a month, not even 2 months. It was like a fucking week of Pat Maroon and Brad Marchand on the same team. That's what I want. Yeah. I want Revo and Darnell Nurse.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Just like a week, just like 2 weeks, please.
Yeah. And then it's over. But yeah, I think that I do think he gets traded. He apparently has a lot of trade value. And again, he's not bad. He's just got his flaws, whereas he's not coachable to the Oilers' playing style. He can't move fast enough. He's fast, but he can't move fast enough to keep up with how the Oilers play. But he's still he's got incredible shot. He's a great offensive defenseman. When he actually wants to shoot the puck. It's not what we need. And so, therefore, I hate to see him go as a person. I am excited for what this means for the Oilers. If they want to retain 50% of the contract, they're fucking stupid. So I'm hoping that Stan Bowman actually does his job and does a good job with it. I'm not crossing any fingers because he's already disappointed me so many times.
I think no matter what happens, the Oilers are going to pay because it doesn't look like anyone is willing to take like Nurse on alone. He doesn't allegedly Bowman doesn't want to retain.
Right. And I think we'll probably
Nurse has a
pretty, and I'll be sad about it.
Yeah. I think there is going to be some other assets.
I cowered, Iceman.
Yeah.
First of all, I named one of my chickens after him in Stardew Valley. Secondly, I'll be really sad to see him go because he and Matt Savoy were great together, and Knobloch didn't put I cowered on. He didn't give him enough chance to shine. However, we do have a lot of babies that are coming up. I think we're going to have Connor Clattenburg, thank God. I think we're going to have Szymanski, did really well. And we have Matt Savoy. So we do have youth, thank God.
We just don't trade them all away.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
So, I don't know. I am interested. Again, this offseason is going to be crazy. I am curious to see how it goes. I don't think it's just the Oilers. I think the Oilers are just making themselves everybody's problem right now. They're very Leo in the fact that they need to be important all the time. And that's, I think, why I chose them.
Yep. So. Truly, how pissed off is Bettman and like the NHL heads right now?
Yeah.
That the
Stanley Cup Final
everyone's talking about the Oilers right now, and it's like, bitch, you want us to have us in the final? We're gonna make it about us anyways.
Yep. Again, very Leo. They have a Leo sun, Cancer rising. Oh man, and yeah. So, and then say one last thing before we go to our break. Hey. Nikita Kucherov won the Hart.
Bro, how is he the most valuable player when his coach won the Jack Adams and his goalie won the Vezina?
And Explain
it to me.
And they still got out in their first fucking round.
Like, how? That's my other thing. I could understand if it was like, oh, well, they made it to round 2, or if, like, Vasilevsky had fallen the fuck apart and, like, let in 6 goals or 5 goals on a fucking game. Like, I could understand that, and that Kucherov scored like every fucking goal. Not the case. What are we doing? Even if you're talking about the regular season, it's so annoying. And I understand they're like, oh, Connor McDavid for team. Shut the fuck up. He's the best player in his generation.
I think it should have gone to Celebrini.
I think it should have been McDavid or Celebrini.
Yeah.
You know who else I would have made a strong case for? David Pastrnak.
I can see that.
He is the heart and soul of that team right now, and he has been carrying them when you look at the different, like, the ratio between, like, who's scoring on that team, the fucking bar graph.
Yeah.
Like, what... He's so fucking underrated. It's actually infuriating to me. I don't know whether it's, like, xenophobia or something going on that, like, they just will not give him his dues, but this is not the first time he's been snubbed.
He's not very flashy, though.
Yeah, but even if he's not flashy, it's like, it's still like he has his moments.
Yeah.
But like I think he's very underrated.
I agree.
I think people who know puck don't underrate him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just maybe it's just the narratives around Boston, or just they're trying. I don't know. Florida bias. I couldn't tell you because the Panthers didn't win. The Panthers were victim of this too, where like they were the best regular season team and then none of their guys got awards.
Yeah.
And so like this is another scenario of like the Avs didn't really get much either. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, Landeskog got the Bill Masterson, but again, that feels like a pity party, and I don't.
Well, it doesn't matter because he picks. First of all, why does Bill Masterson like? No. It wasn't. It was Messier. He got the Messier.
He got both.
Who got both?
Yeah, he got both. He got the Bill Masterson for person that overcome the most difficulties.
Yeah,
which again, Rasmus Dahlin is right there.
Right there. Yeah, Rasmus Dahlin is right there. And so for him, and then Messier, like I don't know.
It's So it's just one of those things where I was like, okay. There was one person that voted for Gabriel Landeskog to win the Hart, and I was like, bitch, where? The award season was weird. Very weird, very, very weird, but at least they didn't put it in his car and make him think that he was, losing a bomb threat. Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. I think this has been such a weird offseason. It's postseason. It's postseason. What a weird postseason.
All right. Well, Saint, do we have a sponsor today?
We do have a sponsor. Today's sponsor is Saint Astro, a Twitch streamer, cosplayer, and artist who you can support her by purchasing Moranci, or subscribing on twitch.tv/St. Astra. Use your free Prime sub and get access to awesome emotes. St. Astra's Etsy also sells a variety of jewelry, decorations, and trinkets. Everything is handmade and crafted with the perfect balance of love and spite. As a member of the Puck Witches Coven, you can use code PW100 for 10% off your order on any and all items on St. Astra's Etsy. No limit, no minimum, and you can use it as many times as you like. All proceeds go directly to the St. Astra Hockey Offseason Fund.
All right, let's turn to our one-timer topic where we take one shot at the biggest story. Saint, this week's topic is the Dylan Larkin trade conversation continues to be interesting.
I can't believe I gave him the fucking benefit of the doubt, and he immediately went and smashed that goodwill like fucking Link in Legend of Zelda games. Like, I cannot.
So last week when we were talking about him, we were like, oh, Dylan Larkin wants to be traded. That's, interesting. And this week it's gotten much more interesting because he gave 3 teams, allegedly, and I bet you can guess which 3 teams he wanted to go to. Let's see.
No, I can't, champ. Who could it be?
It was the Florida Panthers, the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Minnesota Wild. Again, what are we doing? Because those are the teams that apparently everybody wants to go to. Why?
Well, I don't know. Could it be that these fucking Johnny little bitches wanted to win a gold medal? They won the gold medal, and now they go, I want to win everything all the time. And rather than put in the work and convince my GM to get these players and actually fucking win at a team sport, I'm going to go build the fucking super team.
We're going to go back to NBA. We're going to be the NBA.
Yeah, in tax-free markets, mind you. 2 of them are tax-free markets. The only other one that isn't is Minnesota. I don't know what their obsession with Minnesota is. It because they think
it's because of Bill Guerin, who's the GM for Team USA.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yep.
Oh.
So now we have whispers, right? Dylan Larkin wants to be traded. There's talk of Connor Hellebuck. That's not confirmed, but there's whispers of him being traded. Austin Matthews has had the trade rumors for years. And there's actually probably next year that I think that he might. It depends on how this next season goes.
Depends on how much he likes Gavin McKenna.
Really, though. Now there's discussions of potentially Zach Werenski being traded, as well as potentially Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk I see more than Zach Werenski because Brady has already caused himself some drama. And I can see him being like, I want to go play with my brother because he won't, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that would go well, though. I think that, listen, I don't want to be like, everything's a conspiracy because I don't like being that person. But this feels weird, right?
It's not a conspiracy when it's true, okay?
It feels weird.
As someone who, constantly spouts stuff that people look at me like I'm fucking crazy for, and I'm like, it's a fucking fact. You can go look it up.
Right.
It's literally an objective fact here, okay? It's like when they say that, the CIA didn't put drugs into the streets to improve. He admitted it, okay? He admitted, we know that it happened. It was admitted, okay? This is one of those scenarios. It's not tampering. That's not what tampering is. Tampering has rules around it,
and
officially
it's
tampering, and it's GMs and or the front office swaying players outside of their designated. So if there's rights associated to these players.
Yeah.
I don't know the full details, but as I understand it, basically they can't be talking to this guy. Vegas talking to Marner before Marner's that was if you don't give Toronto something out of this, it's tampering.
Right.
Basically. Because they did go behind his back and talk to him before, and they didn't talk to Toronto.
They talked to him.
To Marner.
Right.
That's tampering. So in this scenario, players talking to each other, that's not tampering.
No,
however,
it's shitty.
It's shitty. It's dumb. And I think the whole point of the cap, and if I have to imagine, if I am I've changed my mind completely on the Larkin situation specifically.
Okay.
In general, because this is not the same as Marshy or Trouba.
Right.
Or
being told
Captain Elbow.
Yeah.
Being
told that they can't
that you have a no movement clause and we're not going to honor it, or we're going to honor it, but you're going to be sitting in the press box,
right.
therefore forcing you to give a handful of teams that you're willing to be traded to, and we'll make it work out of like a courtesy. Because that's kind of, and Marshy, it was like, hey, they tried to negotiate an extension.
It wasn't
they
going to
couldn't
work.
reach his asking, and it was like, as a gesture of goodwill, instead of letting him hit the free market, they had him go and say, who do you want to be with? And Marshy, being Marshy, was like, I'm gonna go to the Panthers. I want a cup, and I want to say.
And he got it.
And he got it.
And he got an incredible contract afterwards.
And he got a good contract
6
afterwards.
years.
But he was at the end of his fucking lifespan here, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like he was going to be UFA.
Right.
Larkin has quite a few years left on his contract.
I think it's 3.
It's also, he's the player.
Yeah.
He asked for the no movement clause, right? Because that's to my understanding, the way that these deals are working with younger guys is it's like they're sacrificing a little bit of the pay for longer terms and no movement clauses, which is fair. But you can't make that commitment of like, you can't trade me away, but also I get to be traded when I want to.
Right.
I don't, especially as the captain.
Right.
What are you like? That guy has the C, and he's doing that to his team.
Yeah, exactly. And see, my thing is, I am of the mindset that you can ask for a trade if you need a new market, but then you have to be willing to go to more than 3 teams.
Yeah, it's not like he gave them like people were saying, oh, you got to give like 16.
Yeah.
I think that's excessive. But you should have to give more than 3.
Yeah.
Like it should be a case of like, and they should be able to counter of like, hey, we're not making that happen. Like,
yeah.
We
don't want that. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, which is justifiable.
Yeah.
Like Larkin, him going to like, first of all, he's trying to get an easy cup, which fuck off. Like, do you think Sid Crosby could have jumped ship from the Penguins any time? But no, he sat around and worked his ass off, had a good team built up around him, and they won. But yeah, I think it's bullshit. I think that if
I was Yzerman, right, I would I would be like, 3 teams, you're not going anywhere. You can keep playing. I have all the control here. Like, that's kind of the mindset that I'd be in, is like, okay, yeah, I understand that you want to trade, but now Dylan Larkin has no power. He can ask for the trade all he wants. He might not get it because he's not playing games. And he shouldn't be rewarded for playing games like that. Like, he should have to give more teams. Here's my question is, if you start seeing all of these players start to throw their names in the rings for the summer, and that it's true that they're either doing it on purpose or just because they think that they are hot shit, do teams start reevaluating no trade clauses and or the long-term contracts? Because like now they're on the hook for long contracts that they might not get anything out of. Leon Draisaitl just signed for 8 years? And he's getting paid for it, but he also took a lot less money than the cap could, right?
Yeah.
He could have signed for 1 year and then gamed the system and asked for more money.
The whole point is you can't have it all, right? Like, and I think this is a symptom of rich white men being the primary talent in the league. There's really no, like, they are used to getting what they want, and they don't like when they don't get what they want.
Yeah.
For better or for worse in this scenario. I hope that they don't. I hope they don't cave and just. I don't really care either way. I don't think he's not as good as a player as he thinks he is. Apparently, in my it just like, you think you're that hot shit that you can just like
demand
go wherever
3 teams.
And for what? Like what are they going to get back that they're willing to let you go? Like I wouldn't want to keep him just because it's clear he doesn't want to be here.
That's where we differ. I'm so fueled by spite.
No, but I would keep him on the. I wouldn't keep him on the ice.
I agree.
Having him sit in the press box.
Yeah,
I'd be like, you either give me more names or I'm scratching you every fucking game.
Yeah,
like I don't give a shit. You don't want to be here, fine. You don't play.
Yeah,
but
great.
I'm not
great
wasting
representation. Great being a captain for your team.
But you're gonna give my. You're gonna leave this. Because we had the understanding that you were here and you were committed to making this team better.
Yep.
You fucking bailing because you want to go cup chase. Fine. Okay. But then we're getting a good return for you.
Yeah.
Like, and until that return happens, you can fucking sit in the press box. Rot in hell.
Yep.
Like, I think you have to treat them like the toddlers that they're acting like. Like, not even toddlers, just like spoiled fucking brats.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for the collective bargaining. I'm all for the players' power. These owners make billions of dollars.
Correct.
Okay. These guys should absolutely be paid more than what they already are.
Mm-hmm.
However, in the case of these contracts where they're getting no movement clauses, you're kind of, it's disrespectful to the fans. It's disrespectful to the rest of your team.
Yep.
I just don't like it. I just really, really don't like it. I think it's shitty. I think this is going to be a very interesting offseason if any of this does come to fruition in terms of them trying to build like a super team somewhere.
Which is basically, again, what the fucking basketball teams and baseball teams do.
Yeah, and it's just the same.
Makes me so angry.
Which is what the whole point of like the way that the teams worked or like the way that the cap works in the NHL was supposed to help kind of prevent this because you should be having your star talent be paid. That's where I think that their egos are going to get them into trouble because who's going to take the pay cut to make this work?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like who is going to take the pay cut?
Yeah.
Because they can't all get paid what they want to get paid for. Like the caps just don't work that way. The cap is going up.
Yeah.
But at the salaries that they've got, the math doesn't math. I don't think for
exactly.
not for the teams that they're giving out. Like pissing you off quiz. Great.
Mm-hmm. You ready?
All
right, Saint, I have a vibe check for us this week. No stats, no deep dives, just pure honesty. This week, I have us a little fun quiz by Hockey JTM on Twitter. They have created a team that is based on shit that has fuck all to do with hockey. And we're going to take it. I've nicknamed this the Pissing You Off quiz because I can't wait to see who you get based on what you say about whatever doesn't have anything to do with hockey. So, we're going to take it right now. You should be scared.
This is Pissing You Off quiz.
Yeah, I know, buddy. Okay. All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Pick a beer.
Wait. Oh, you didn't pick the U quiz. I picked the link. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Saint. I don't like beer. Oh, wait, I can pick you. Okay, crisis averted. Are you
Yep. Pick another sport. Oh, duh.
They don't have my favorite classic.
Oh, were you already there?
Oh, girl, you know my life taking these fucking quizzes. Real ones remember Quizilla in the ye olden days.
Yes. Oh,
I am stuck on this one. This one has me a little bit.
Is it the alcoholic beverage one?
No, I was on which my favorite classic is.
Oh, that one did bug me. And when you get to question 10, don't hit submit.
Pause.
Yeah.
Okay. This is it's like all of them. Okay. Fluorine.
Oh, I was like sitting here going, yep. Mm-hmm.
She said it's gonna piss me off.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect.
Scared, Your Honor. For my question 9. Okay, next question 10. Pick a movie I've given an extremely poor rating. You did? Oh, Cinderella.
Extremely poor rating? Oh no. If I Stay, it's a good movie. What the fuck is this? I'm gonna vote this one because I don't know what it is. That does look like Alan Rickman though.
It doesn't say pick a movie that you hate. It just says pick a movie I've given an extreme rating on Letterboxd. So it doesn't say if it's one you dislike or one you like.
Yeah, but
I have complicated feelings, so I'm picking Avengers Endgame.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you ready?
Okay. Yep, ready.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Fuck! I'm gonna lose my mind! Are you kidding me?
Who did you get?
I give you one guess.
Is it? I don't know. Is it the Flyers?
It's the New York Rangers!
Oh no, the pissing you off quiz worked!
That's what I screamed. I was like, oh my god, the team that I've hated since day one for no adequate reason other than I just hate
vibes,
them.
yeah.
I hate them. Like, in another life, I was a diehard Rangers fan, right? Like, absolutely, because it's New York.
Yeah.
But in this one, I fucking hate them. Just because.
You're about to hate me.
Okay, what'd you get?
I got the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I fucking knew it! How did you get the Penguins? This just really shows that I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah, you are. My ranking, I got 9% Pittsburgh Penguins.
That's fucking
6%
crazy.
Utah Mammoth, 5% San Jose Sharks, 5% Philadelphia Flyers, 4% Golden Knights. Where were the Oilers? Oilers were 1%. Yikes. My lowest quiz was Nashville Predators.
No. This is your results compared to others.
Oh.
So 9% of the teams. Pittsburgh Penguins are number 1. 9% of people got the Pittsburgh Penguins. 3% got the New York Rangers. The Oilers, only 1% of quiz takers got them.
Nobody gets the Florida Panthers. Ducks,
everybody go take this quiz and get upset about it.
It's so fucking funny. I saw this and I was like, we have to do this on the podcast because I think it'll be fucking funny.
It's like, and it worked. It worked. Mm-hmm. It truly did. Yep. I can't. It made me so angry, but like, it's funny. Like, it's I'll very allow it funny because that was perfection, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you tell me it's the pissing you off quiz, and then I get the team that I don't have like a visceral hatred of them. It's just that I have like a normal sports hatred of them. You know, I don't hate them like I hate the Golden Knights.
Yes,
I hate them like just I've decided I don't like you.
Yeah, I get that. All right, what's the vibe check, Saint? The quiz itself.
The quiz itself, I think that's so fun.
Yeah.
What a random assortment. I have no idea how you assigned any value to any of it. I truly don't know.
All right, your vibe check of what you got.
Incredibly fucking accurate for the pissing you off quiz. So
I'm not pissed off at all. I thought I got a great answer.
Yeah, you got. But how come you get to fucking?
Oh, it's so funny. I would love to figure out how she broke those down. I think she put it on her Twitter. I don't know. I thought it was a great job. She did a very funny job. I love it's just quizzes like that. Funny. This is off-season content that I enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move into Sportsmanlike Conduct, where we spin the wheel to have our team pick our team of the week, and no matter who it lands on, we have to say something nice and spread a little love on the ice. Speak of the devil, everyone on this team except for 2 people are awful.
We've talked a lot of shit. There's you know.
Yeah. So
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Here we go. Is it going to be the Penguins like it was last year for the Oilers at the very last second?
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
No, you bitch. I can't believe I don't get the Penguins again.
This week's winner of Sportsmanlike Conduct is the Colorado Avalanche. Oh man.
My friend is from Colorado, my good best friend Coda, and so I guess
that's gonna be your content.
I fucking hate them.
I mean, that's a really bad answer. Here, I'll go first. How about that? I love how memeable Nate McKinnon is. He is so memeable. And like I'm thinking of the what's it called? Him with the stupid stuffed animal at the Olympics, as well as so many that the videos with Sid, the commercials that he's in for Tim Hortons. I love those. I know that Saint is not the biggest Nate McKinnon fan.
Wait! I like their fucking mascot. The mascot, the dog that finds people.
Oh, Bernie.
The dog, and then he's got a puppy, and they find people buried in the snow. Okay, That's cute. There you go. I did it.
I will say, Nate McKinnon, and we've had this conversation before. Nate McKinnon reminds me so much of my brother that it's sickening, and therefore I have to find a little like it's a neural thing where I have to like him just a little bit. So. That's all I got for the Avalanche. Yeah. What a fucking Sportsmanlike Conduct.
Oh man. It would be different had they like not had
Fell
they
apart.
killed the Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah. I could have
you would have gotten a flower.
I would have flower. Yeah. I could have got lotus flower, but you didn't.
It will be interesting to see how the President's Curse hits them next year. So yeah. Colorado Avalanche. We're so bad at this one. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode, folks. We really appreciate you listening through all of our rants and ramblings. The Puck Witches podcast is released on Spotify and our YouTube channels, and you can join the Night Witches Discord via the link below to talk about episodes directly, as well as enjoy our other channels. It's full of gaming, hobbies, and good vibes.
Make sure you're following us over on Twitch, and if you want to support us with a Twitch Prime on either or both of our channels, you can get access to cute emotes and extra channel points. If you enjoy this podcast, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky for updates.
And lastly, don't forget to check out Saint Etsy or subscribe on Twitch. Also consider dropping a like on this episode and subscribing so you never miss a video. We love you all and hope the playoffs are treating you well. Champ and Saint, signing off.
Stay witchy.